Hello awesome people, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Software Inc. In today's episode we're going to hopefully finish the iteration phase of the design of Cloudwave, which is the new name of our audio tool. I asked you guys to leave names in the comment section and in the Discord server, so thank you to anyone who did that. There were some very cool ones there. I decided to go for this one, which was a suggestion by Tiger's Eye in the Discord server. He gave the suggestion Cloudwave with a little bit of an extra story to it. It says, send from the heavens for just $199. Get yours today. We are not liable for any damages during or after shipping. Have a holy life. I really like the sort of the extra bit to it, which I always enjoy. Just like the backstories that you guys come up with for the characters. That being said, I need to go back to my recording software now for just a sec. So there we go. We'll lose sound for that for just a minute, but that's okay. So today's episode, let's go full speed ahead and let's go work on this. I have been thinking a little bit about this, about the setup. What I want is I want to release this room and this room quite soon when we hit the point where we're almost done with the design. Why? Because we need programmers at that point, and I want this to be a design/art room. So we're gonna have me and the employee we already had from last episode in there, who I will introduce to you in just a second. We will have them over here, and then we have 3 separate offices for programmers. So we're gonna have 3 programmers, 2 design/artists. Let's get our music back, and then we'll work together on this product. I think we should be able to pay for them with the design deal that we have going on. Otherwise we'll take a second one, but I think we would be able to do that. Now, speaking of the person that we hired last episode, I renamed them. This is going to be Amberzak. Amberzak is one of our Patreons. So thank you so much for the support. It's been a support for over a year now, so thank you so much for that. And part of their rewards are that they are going to be added into these series at first, basically. So they have first choice in basically everything. If you want to support the channel in any way, you can take a look down in the description of the video. There is the link to the Patreon page. There's also, of course, the possibility to become a member of the YouTube channel. The rewards are basically the same for different tiers, so just take a look if you're interested, and it's always nice to see what the rewards are, right? So, that being said, let's move in and let's actually start playing. I want to get some stuff done today. I want to get some actual stuff done today. So speaking of the future, thinking about what we're actually... Why are you not here? Oh, you're on vacation. Okay. Well, that's a good start. But yeah, speaking of the future, saying that I want to have the lease for all these rooms, which is not that much. The rent is not the problem. It's more like I want to have the equipment and the... basically the persons that need to work there. The persons that need to work there are the most expensive, the salary, and we need to pay that for every month. We have 2 right now. What are the expenses for that? Because I am free. So what is the expense for one person? About 3,000. But that, yeah, so about 5,000 a month, I would say. So times about, let's say that's about 20,000 a month, because we're gonna hire 3 more people. This design deal gives us right now 11,000, so we need a few new ones in there, I believe. If we can get a second one, that would be nice. We can hopefully finish that up soon too, and that would definitely help us out if it comes down to actually having enough money to pay for all of these employees. I think 2 design deals would be good, or maybe a design deal that pays more per month, because this only is a simple design deal. It only gives us 11,000 per month. To get higher paid ones, we could start focusing on more contract work to get our reputation up, but I don't think that's worth it. I think we're good to go. Also, it's not like the end of the world if we have some months in there that we are not making money. So I can be trained in leadership. Will we do that? I think we'll do that. I mean, we're at the point where we're making money, so why not? Let's go for multitasking. Make sure that we have basically improved effectiveness in every task. We found out, I think it was last episode or the episode before that. I think it was last episode that was really, really strong. Actually, way stronger than I was expecting it to be. I knew it had an effect, but not that it was that much of an effect. I've never really been in the circumstances where it showed up so dramatically. So that was actually pretty cool to say. Why are we having a meeting on our own? Because I'm not there. So why is she having a meeting? I don't know. There's not even a leader to do the meeting. But that's fine. Also, Ak mentioned that we could set this to like now a green overlay, so it basically looks now like you're actually in the land instead of there's like an empty void over there. I decided to do that. I don't really mind the blue void on the side, but some people might, you know, fancy this a bit better. So just let me know in the comment section what you prefer. But just so you know, there is an option now to do this, to make it like a green, basically blend-in version of what we're doing. Ember seconds colon sick, that's fine. We're in iteration 3, so we're doing fine, I would say. We're doing good. The only thing is I am not very good at 2D design, so that will go slow. How is Ember Zach at 2D design? Is she good at that? She's pretty decent at that. So she at least has. I don't think we have 2D features in the software at this point, but she at least has the option of doing the specialty there. And this is actually really, yeah, just a waiting game because we're playing on the impossible difficulty. This could actually help us a bit. It's an antivirus. It's not the hardest one. It's level 2 system and level 2 2D. The thing is, Ember Zach is the only one that can do the level 2 2D. I'm gonna take it anyway. Yeah, we'll be just working on both. Because I honestly think that this will give us like about the amount of money that we need to support our programmers, or at least very, very close to it. And we want to hire them just before we want to start the development of our Cloudwave audio tool for the holy life. I love that one. So let's see, we have quite a few days left on this one, which is nice. It's also an audio tool. Oh yeah, that's another reason. Someone, I can't remember your name right now. I should have written this down. Someone asked me. I knew it's a person that watches more of my videos, and he has been commenting more than just once. He asked me if I could not do the design deal strat like after the early game. Which is totally fine. I get where you're coming from. I also explained to him in the comments why I still do that. And I will explain to all of you why I still do that, because the design deal strat is now kind of a common thing on the channel whenever I play Software Inc. A lot of people know what I mean by it, what we do with it. Ooh, we have more. Operating system. I mean, it would be nice to have this one, or one of these two at least. I think we should go for it. These guys are paying less, but it's not that big of a difference. This is going to be October 1986, and they have the same requirements, I think. Yeah. But this is 1987, and this goes longer, so we'll take this one. We can actually take them both, and then just make sure that we finish this one off. But I think this is fine for now. So, let's go. But yeah, what I was saying is... it's actually... more design deals, jeez. Yeah, but it was actually the use of the design deal changes over time, and that's why I'm still using. But I actually never really explained why. So, early game, the design deal strategy is meant to be used by new players. That you want a sort of a safety net so that they can experiment with the game and making different types of products. I would definitely suggest you do that because that's one of the most fun parts of the game. Just experiment, and you know, people can tell you a lot of things. You can learn things from videos and all that stuff, but in the end you probably learn best if you just try stuff out and see what works and what doesn't. And it's honestly a lot of fun to just do that. We did slow down our improvement though on our iteration, but I think it's still worth it. But yeah, like I said, I think that's definitely worth it to go for a strategy when you're a new player that you know makes money. When I started off Software Inc., there was an easy strategy to just make a 2D editor very fast and make a lot of money, and from there just go and experiment, and that's what I did. That's basically how I learned the game. But now I think that this is a very easy strategy to pull off. Basically everyone can do it. You don't even have to make a product for it, so you don't have to understand how to make a product. That's the entire thing. You can learn that on the fly. But the design deal strategy changes over time. So if we're coming to the point where we have our first one, maybe two products out, and we're basically selling a bit, the design deal strategy changes. You don't have to use it anymore because you basically have a flow of money coming in, and even if you don't have a profit every month, you probably have enough money at that point that you don't really care about having like a huge profit every month, and even a loss in months is not the worst thing to have at that point. So it changes, but I still use it. So why? Well, the reason for that is kind of there's multiple factors to it. So one is the way I set up my teams. So I set up my teams as a design art team and a programming team, a support team, blah blah blah. You probably know what I do if you're watching this. If this isn't your first season watching me. So the design art teams, I should say, they have moments where they basically have no work to do on projects or whatever. Now, at that point, you can have them do several things like research, stuff like that. I choose to do design deals sometimes, not always, but sometimes I chose for design deals. Reason being is not to make money, because we don't need money at that point most of the time. The reason is that you're actually at that point better off training them, and they train their skills by doing them, right? So making them do a design deal trains their design skill, which also makes sure that they can get training in that category and stuff like that. So it actually helps to make your employees better, and they're also not just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for the next task. That's in my eyes a lot of important things that you should do that. And it's not even about making the money at that point. It's about keeping people busy and training them. That's kind of what we're thinking there. So that's the first factor why I still use design deals later in the game. The other one is, you could say, well, if you're just using it to train them, why would you not just train them for the entire way? Why not just develop one of these products? They're pretty stressed. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pause this. We're gonna make sure that we work on these. So I'm gonna set this to high priority, so we finish this, and then we can pause it, unassign it, so they will be less stressed out then. And then we can go and work on this one, and then we're gonna finish that one. But yeah, what I was saying is, why don't we just finish then one of these products, these design deals, to iteration 4? Well, a very simple reason. If we make a very, very good design, it will be a very, very good product. So we're basically handing our competitors a very, very, very good product, probably a perfect or outstanding product, which we don't want to do. That's just throwing away money to the competitors. That's something we don't do. So we don't want to make it very good. So the other reason that you can then say, well, then just, make it to iteration 1 and then just release it, right? We could do that, but the other point there is we can still take something from our competitors, and it's not about money. It's not about them giving us money. It's not about us making a profit from the design deals. It's them giving money away to whatever. In this case, us, but they're losing money. So we're taking small bits from our competitors. And the other thing is, why don't I just release it? It's time. So they have to wait on our design in order to start working on the production of that software, and it will take longer for them to release. So it's basically winning us time, and it's costing the competitors more than we actually lose from working on it. So that's the big reason why I still do it in the late game and late and mid game, and I think that's definitely worth it. There will probably be people saying, well, that's not really how I see it. That's totally fine. Again, that's why you're experimenting in this game. But I think that it is worth it. So that was a long talk about design deals again. But this is actually something I don't think I've ever explained actually in any of the videos where I would take design deals later into the game. I mentioned that when I take them, I mentioned at that point, let's just keep our designers busy. Let's just train them a bit. But I never really explained truly what the reasoning behind it was. I think this is probably made it more clear to you guys why I still do that, and I hope you guys can agree. And if you have any other thoughts about that, leave a comment in the comment section. Now, let's focus on the game a little bit more, because we're almost done with this one. The problem with this one is that it's 2D, so probably only Amberzak is going to work on it. And Amberzak right now is not even here, but she's also, she's on vacation, but she's also stressed whenever she's here. So maybe taking this one alongside the other product was a bit of a mistake, because she's stressed out, which is probably from too many projects to work on. Kind of depends on the personality and the person itself whenever they're stressed out, but I mean, this is a high priority. If we can finish this, we're gonna set it to 10. So basically everyone that can do work on it will work on it. If we can finish this, we can unassign it, and that would help probably with the stress. Let's actually, oh, never mind, she's going home. I wanted to check her status. She seemed to just keep working the entire day, so through the entire day, like decently. So her efficiency will go down probably a little bit. Let's actually select her, whoops, and see what she's doing. So she is happy. Her effectiveness slowly goes down, so it's not as bad as it was. For some reason it was worse before. She's still happy. So her effectiveness now actually goes down, but it's the end of the day, and it's still above 100% at the end of the day. I'm actually fine with that. That's totally fine. But it's probably because we paused this one. This was probably the extra stress that comes up. That's actually good experimenting too, because now I know that if I pause it, it will take some stress away, but not all of it, because we're still thinking about this product, basically. That's actually some good experimenting there. I've learned something there. We could use that in the future, probably. The only thing this right now is that it means that because we take all these deals, this will take longer. So whenever this actually hits one, I'm gonna immediately stop it, and I'm gonna work on this. But we're gonna work with like gonna set up like a free one priority for the audio tool compared to the operating system. So this one is almost done. Come on, please finish it. That would be insanely good. The good thing is we have quite a lot of money from this now. We're almost at $250,000. So there we go. Unassign it. There we go. And then unpause this one. So we'll now work like, let's say it's an hour. So we work 45 minutes of the hour. We work on an audio tool. That's the free there. And then, well, that's not really how it works, actually. I'm bad at math. Well, we'll work more on the audio tool, basically. Work more on the audio tool, and we also still work on the operating system, but we have still a lot of time left. The thing is, it is 2D, so we kind of have to start working on that at some point. Although once this is done with iteration 4, the art section will not be a lot. Audio tools don't have a lot of art, so the art will be pretty fast. Plus, my own character can do that. Whereas our little Amberzax, he can't really do much artwork. At least not fast. She's not terribly good at it. No, she's like 11%. I'm better at it. About 25%. It's not great either. But again, it doesn't need a lot of art, so... Yeah, I'm thinking we're doing great still. Even though we're working hard on this one, this is still going forward quite a bit, and it's mostly on the system part, I think, that we're finishing. So the 2D will take longer, simply because we need 2 stars 2D designer for that, and this Amberzax the only one that can do that. I can't do that on my own. We have some extra research popping up, which is totally fine. We don't really care. Hardware research, I mean, sure. Yeah, I'm actually happy with how this goes. It did slow down a bit, but I think this is the right choice. Having all that money in the bank also will help us if we kind of make a mistake in taking on too much. Because I'm not really sure if we can sustain with these 2 guys and then 3 programmers for our first product. And also after, because this first product might not sell that much. I'm going to take that and keep that in mind. Basically, every time I start, I sort of count on the first product not doing amazingly well, so that I have extra money in the bank when it releases, so that if it doesn't do well and we're not making a profit, I actually have some money left, or at least options like design deals and stuff like that, to make enough money to start working on a second product, and just basically, if we need to, just completely abandon the first one. I've never had it happen. Well, actually, that's not true. I've played a game with someone else where it happens, where I was trying to help them out and they misclicked something and released a product that basically wasn't finished at all. Yeah, that's not gonna sell, so you have to have a way out, basically. But it happens. I mean, I've misclicked a lot. I have been clicking on things that I shouldn't be able, I shouldn't be clicking on for a long time in this game. So releasing software, developing software, whatever, on moments that it shouldn't happen. And they have like, you can reset all that stuff and say, normally they will ask you if you click develop, yeah, do you really want to develop this? I disabled all of those pop-ups because I thought it would slow down the game too much. Sometimes it's nice to have them though. If you by mistake click on develop or release or whatever, it would be nice to just have them and not just instantly go there. But yeah, that happens. We're doing good. We're almost at the point where we can start iteration 4. This is also doing quite well. It's like half. I mean, it required, I think it required 2 level 2 2D. I think Amrazak is able to do that. I think I checked. Yeah, level 2 2D. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Oh, she can be trained. Awesome. That's actually not bad. Although, no, I think it's worth it to train her now. And we're gonna go system 3 stars because I just love systems to max it out. System is basically used for everything in the game, so having 3-star system design is always handy. And the 3 stars also means we can do some research if we want to. We're not going to do that right now because we're never going to be able to actually get it faster than some of our competitors. But we have the option in the future now. I do believe I also gave 3 to my... Okay, no, but we can train them. Okay, yeah. We're almost done for the next class with our own character. That's also great because that means we hopefully can get on another star somewhere useful. Probably it's design class now. We had 2 leadership class. Well, maybe it's still leader. But the only thing we're doing right now for a law is designing. Actually, how much did we train our design skill? It's decent. It's decent. It's better than Ember's actually, which we hired for designer. This is going okay, but this is going pretty well. I'm actually happy with how this is going. Even though I was hoping to finish this episode, I think this actually works for us. We have to, after this, we have to focus a bit on this one. But we have a lot of programming to do too, so I'm not really worried about it. Honestly, I think at this point we can make it a 1-1 priority, and Amberzak can work on both. It will slowly get the frame done. And we're also almost done with the enterprise. The days are almost done. So yeah, we're over 1 million. That's easy. Easy peasy. So we got enough money to start working on a lot of different things. I might even hire... Next episode, I might actually look into this area and see if we can fit in, like, in a nice way, free working spots. I think we can definitely fit it in, but if it's like in a useful way, and then have 3 design artists and then 3 programmers, maybe even expand that way. Yeah, but that being said, that's stuff for the next episode. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please make sure to leave a like, leave a subscribe if you are not subscribed yet for more Software Inc. and other games in the future. Actually, we have a fun series on Airport CO going on right now, and I'm definitely working on getting more games into the channel to see what you guys like. So yeah, more fun stuff coming in the future. As always, I've been Hipbone, you've been yourself. Thanks for being awesome, and thanks for watching.